You see, this is exactly why people have a negative connotation when they hear of H1Bs, and not people who are internationals, people who are residents of the US, people who are citizens of the United States. Those people have usually seen, you'll see that, they have a negative connotation towards the H1B worker visas. They say that it's being exploited, and this is exactly why it's being exploited. Okay, this is going to ruin families. This is going to change the way that families have been functioning. They're gonna get deported, and a lot more can happen. They might even get imprisoned, some of these people, for actually doing this. And it's just the mistake of one person. This is what we should strive to avoid, actually. And it's so sad to hear that something like this has been going on. Okay, I want you to read this short article with me and understand what's been going on, and it will help you get a better understanding of the frauds that can happen with you as well, and how you can prevent them. Okay, there are a lot of people out there. I believe this is not the end of it, but people are doing this right now also, so you must be prepared. So, Indian national arrested in $21 million H1B visa fraud. You will be surprised. This $21 million, just see how much time he gathered this money in. It's not a long time. Okay, you will see over here, 48-year-old Ashish Sawhney allegedly used four corporations who are ready to do this, to orchestrate the improper submission of fraudulent applications for H1B specialty worker visas. So he's using four corporations. What he's doing is he's showing jobs that do not exist, getting people into the country on an H1B. With H1B is so rare. People are literally dying for it. People are spending so much money studying in the US first, and then they're trying to get their hands on it, and these people are exploiting it. So he's creating fake corporations, or maybe he's doing is creating fake positions, and then he's inviting those people onto H1B. Just read more about it, okay? An Indian national has been arrested on charges of conspiracy to commit visa fraud and inducing foreign nationals to come to the US using fraudulently obtained H1B visas. Federal prosecutors said on Friday that's not important, but fraudulently obtained H1B visas, that's the important bit. Okay, he was arrested on Thursday. Today I believe it's Saturday, but in the US it's still Friday right now when I'm recording this. 48-year-old Ashish Sawhney, and he's grown up. He knows that he shouldn't be doing this, but he's still doing this for money. 48-year-old Ashish Sawhney allegedly used four corporations to orchestrate the improper submission of fraudulent applications for H1B specialty worker visas, charged with 2 counts of conspiracy, 3 counts of inducing aliens to come and reside in the US for commercial advantage or private financial gain, and 1 count of attempted naturalization fraud. So naturalization is when you try to make someone into a citizen of the country. So in this case, citizen of the US. Okay, I believe that's what it means. Anyway, allegedly generated gross profit from 2011 to 2016. And this is just 5 years, right? And just look at the 5-year profit this person has had. He made 21 million US dollars. It's an insane amount of money. So yes, we know that people will pay almost any amount of money if they can just figure out how to get their hands on that H1B. That's for sure, because the backlog is almost 200 years long right now. So it makes sense that people would pay this money. I'm not sure how many people contributed towards it, but their families, their lives, their future of staying in the United States, and probably they might even face a ban, but they're going to have adverse circumstances to deal with. And let alone those people, this person is going to have very adverse circumstances. Look at this. If convicted, Sawhney faces a maximum penalty of 10 years in the prison. So he's gonna stay in prison for 10 years of his life, just wiped out, just because of some financial gain. Is it really worth it? Do you really think that it's something that we should engage in? I say it's not worth it. Okay, a resident of Sterling, a Virginia suburb of Washington DC, he submitted or caused to be submitted H1B visa application materials stating that foreign workers named in the applications would fulfill the specific job, where in fact no such job existed at the time of filing. Okay, so apart from that, he has tried to naturalize a US citizen, by submitting an application containing false statements. But again, so he's been basically involved in a lot of, you can call it smuggling of people on an H1B, or trying to make them into citizens of the US. It's not a legal way to do it, and sooner or later you're gonna get found out. Basically, they're gonna find out what's been going on behind the scenes, and this is gonna happen. And this is why people have a negative connotation towards the H1B at times, because of people like this. So don't fall prey into that. I get so many messages on my LinkedIn, and this is for all the students out there who are completing their MS, and they're in that 90-day period where they need that job in order to get the OPT, but they're not able to secure it. So some companies, what they do is, there are organizations, I don't want to name them, but they would message you. They would say that, you can get a job over here with us. All you need to do is, and these are not companies, these are like, moderators in between, like middlemen, who will say that you need to pay 15% to us, 15% of your salary, and you can get that job. Don't get into these traps. These are not legitimate. These are not legal. And sooner or later, you're gonna be found out, and people are gonna get to know what's going on behind the scenes, and the government's gonna come after you. There's gonna be various issues, and you might even get banned from the whole country itself. Okay, I know people who are on 10-year, 5-year ban from the United States. They can't enter. So these things, you should keep track of them. I know it's a lot of money that you've spent, even if you're a student, or whether you're just an H1B worker or maybe you're someone who's trying to get on the H1B, get into a company in the US. Don't engage in frauds like these. It's gonna ruin your life. And it's like, you have a knife hanging on your head. Every single moment you'll see a police officer, you'll see someone stop you at the customs, anytime you're taking flights, you will have that fear in your mind. What if they find out what I've done? So don't engage in these activities. Please keep the image of, Indians especially, using the H1B, a clean image. Don't get our country, just removed from the H1B cap or something like that. Don't do that, please. All right. Hopefully this gives you some information. I hope that it actually helps at least one or two people, even, if it's doing that as well, just one or two people make the right decisions. I know not all of you will be subject to this situation, but even if one or two of you are, I think this video has served its purpose. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. One good news for people who are basically enrolled with us, who know me at YMgrad. So if you're applying to universities, one good news is that we are developing a tool, and it should be done by the end of this month. But when you actually go ahead and any country you pick over here, what you will see is, below this average GMAT score over here, there will be a button in order to rate your chances. What are your chances based on your profile to get into this university? Where we'll analyze everything from the university's GPA, your scores, your research papers, your all of these things that you're putting in, and based on that you will get a percentage amount, that this is the percentage that you can get into this university, and hopefully it will help you in the applications that should you apply to this university or not. This is launching by the end of this month. If you're not signed up on YMgrad, you may not get a notification, so make sure you're signed up, make sure the email updates are on, and yeah, I hope that this helps. All right, please take care, stay safe, and do the right things. Okay, bye.